On the morning of April 20th, 1999, the community of Littleton, Colorado, was forever changed. It was a day that started like any other at Columbine High School, but ended in a tragedy that would send shockwaves across the nation and the world. This event didn't just end lives, it pierced the heart of America's sense of security and forced a difficult, ongoing conversation about safety in our schools. Today, we're going to talk about what happened at Columbine High School. This isn't just about revisiting a dark chapter in history. It's about understanding the context, acknowledging the victims, and reflecting on the lessons learned, lessons that are still incredibly relevant today. We'll do this with the utmost respect for everyone affected. The plan was set in motion by two senior students. Their initial, more devastating plot thankfully failed due to technical issues with their devices. But what followed was still a horrific sequence of events. When their primary plan didn't work, they began their assault outside the school, targeting students during their lunch break. The chaos quickly moved inside as they navigated the hallways and the library, a place that should be a sanctuary of learning. The first shots were fired just after 11:15 a.m. Panic spread instantly. Students and teachers, confused and terrified, scrambled for safety. Some hid under tables. Others barricaded themselves in classrooms. And many tried to flee the building. The sounds of alarms and gunfire filled the air, creating a scene of absolute terror. In the midst of this chaos, incredible acts of bravery emerged. Teachers like Dave Sanders risked and ultimately gave their lives to guide students to safety. He ran through the cafeteria, warning hundreds of students to get down and get out. Before being shot himself, students helped one another, shielding friends and strangers alike. Demonstrating profound courage in the face of unimaginable fear, the library became the epicenter of the tragedy. Here, the two perpetrators continued their attack, claiming the lives of 10 students before taking their own. The siege lasted for hours, with law enforcement trying to understand the situation and formulate a response. For those trapped inside, it felt like an eternity, filled with uncertainty and dread. By the end of the day, 12 students and 1 teacher were gone, and many others were injured, both physically and emotionally. The aftermath was a scene of profound grief and shock. The community, the nation, and the world mourned. The names of the victims became etched in our collective memory: Cassie Bernal, Stephen Curnow, Corey DePuter, Kelly Fleming, Matthew Kechter, Daniel Mauser, Daniel Rohrbaugh, Rachel Scott, Isaiah Schulz, John Tomlin, Lauren Townsend, Kyle Velasquez, and teacher Dave Sanders. It's so important that we remember them not as statistics, but as the vibrant individuals they were, with dreams, families, and futures that were cruelly taken away. In the weeks and months that followed, the search for answers began. Why did this happen? How could it have been prevented? The investigation revealed a complex mix of factors, including the perpetrators' social isolation, anger, and access to weapons. This led to intense national debates on gun control, school security measures, and the importance of addressing mental health and bullying. Columbine became a catalyst for change. Schools across the country implemented new safety protocols, like active shooter drills, enhanced security systems, and the run, hide, fight strategy. There was a greater push for see something, say something campaigns, encouraging students to report concerning behavior. The tragedy also highlighted the critical need for better mental health resources in schools to support students who are struggling and potentially prevent them from reaching a crisis point. The impact on law enforcement tactics was also significant. The delayed response at Columbine, where police secured the perimeter and waited for SWAT teams, was heavily scrutinized. This led to the development of new protocols where the first officers on the scene are trained to immediately enter and confront a threat, a strategy designed to save lives by stopping the attacker as quickly as possible. But the legacy of Columbine is not just about policy changes. It's about the resilience of the human spirit, the survivors, their families, and the entire Littleton community embarked on a long and difficult journey of healing. They built memorials, started foundations, and dedicated their lives to advocacy and helping others. Patrick Ireland, known as the boy in the window, who was shot and partially paralyzed, pushed through a grueling recovery to walk across his graduation stage. Rachel Scott's family started Rachel's Challenge, an organization that promotes kindness and compassion in schools. Inspired by her writings, these stories of recovery and positive action are a powerful testament to the strength of the community. They chose to respond to hate with love, to darkness with light. The new library at Columbine High School, which replaced the one where so much tragedy occurred, is a symbol of this rebirth. It's a bright, hopeful space, a testament to the school's commitment to moving forward without ever forgetting. However, the conversation that Columbine started is far from over. School violence remains a deeply concerning issue, and the debates over the best ways to prevent it continue. It's a complex problem with no easy answers, involving everything from gun legislation and mental health care access to fostering a more inclusive and supportive culture within our schools and communities. It's crucial to remember that if you or someone you know is struggling, there is help available. You are not alone. Reaching out to a trusted adult, a school counselor, or a mental health professional is a sign of strength. There are also hotlines and resources available 24/7 that can provide immediate support in a crisis. Your well-being matters, and there are people who want to help you through difficult times. The story of Columbine is a painful but necessary reminder of our shared responsibility to protect our children and create safe learning environments. It calls on us to be more aware, more compassionate, and more proactive. It's about remembering the lives lost by building a better, safer future. Thank you for taking the time to reflect on this important topic with us. If you found this video meaningful, please consider liking and subscribing for more content that matters. Stay safe and take care of each other.